So we're going to start out here. We're going to show you where the calibrations are. So in here you're going to hit back, and then we're going to go to the Calibrations tab, and then under the Calibrate tab, here is going to be all of our calibrations that we can, if we needed to be, to adjust or to calibrate. So on these calibrations, it's going to tell you step by step what to do. So we're going to go down there, set the pre-sieve to 6 millimeters, a quarter of an inch. You'll hit OK. It's going to calibrate and say, come up with a box and say calibration complete when it's completed. So we don't have that set right now, but any of these are going to do the same thing. It's going to give you instructions of what you're going to do, what you're going to go through, and proceed with it. If the calibration completes correctly, it's going to come up with calibration complete. So another thing we're going to show you on here is going to back in Diagnostics. Then under our settings tab, we can go up here to a group. Say, most common one we have is header height and tilt. So we got a header height tilt. Then you're going to come up here, and depends on which header sensor. So we got a header height sensor left center, right center. So in this box, we're going to select the left sensor. We don't have a header hooked up in this one, but we will show you eventually. What it's going to do is it gives you a line at 5 volts, 4.5, and then 0.5 volts down here. So you're having faults for a header height sensor. Something's not working right on it. It's throwing too high or too low a voltage. This number right up here is going to give you what the sensor's at. So you say you have the header raised up and you get a voltage there. If it's over that 4.5 or under that 0.5, the half volt, it's going to throw a fault. So you're going to be able to watch that number right there, go down to your header, adjust your sensor to get it back in between those two lines right there. Still is more settings there. I mean, we got feeder house position. We could do any of these things. Go back here to header height tilt, feeder position sensor. So here's where it's going to show us we're almost on the ground. We're at 1.9. So this bar graph's up, and your voltage is coming there. So once again, that's under settings, and then once you get your settings set, go to your graph, and your graph comes up. Okay, in this portion we got the head hooked up, so we're going to go through and go to back Diagnostics, settings. Here's where we're going to have header height tilt, and the parameter we're just going to select like the left center sensor. Here's where we're showing that we are at 3.8 volts. We're going to set the head down now, manually set it down, showing you when we're on the ground, completely on the ground with the head, we're 1.4. So we are still within our 0.5 to 4.5 range. This is where we're showing you. The reason we're coming back in here is just to point out how you can come in here. Say we get one of those up or down too far, it shows you a graph where we're at 4.3. So that left sensor is getting close as they wear a little bit, chains move and different things. That could go past the 4.5. Here's where you're going to come watch so you can adjust it back in that range.